another episode of Free-to-Play Weekly, your show about free-to-play online games. In this week's news, are we tired of Transformers yet? No? Just the Michael Bay movies? Good. You may remember earlier last year, Jagex announced a new Transformers MMO for the browser. Since then, we've heard practically nothing as to how the game will play or what it'll even look like. But a small step forward was made recently when Jagex abruptly released some actual in-game footage. The trailer features gratuitous amounts of robots in badass stances, robots holding various weapons, robots turning into cars, and of course, robots fighting robots. I have to say, considering how bad browser games looked a couple of years ago, the graphics for Transformers Universe are actually pretty good. Graphics aren't everything though, and while the trailer does show that the game doesn't look terrible in the graphics department, we're still unclear how the game will play. What do you feel the game will need to make it a fun MMO for the browser? Arr, swashbuckle, I'll pillage your plunder. So that's my best pirate impression. I myself have never been the best at embodying the true essence of a swashbuckling, pillaging, and rum-drinking pirate. But KingsIsle Entertainment just announced that I can take my pirate impersonations and put them to good use in their just-released pirate MMO, Pirate 101. When speaking about the family-focused MMO, Vice President and Creative Director J. Todd Coleman mentioned that he believed the overwhelming popularity of their previous title, Wizard 101, had raised the bar for Pirate 101. He went on to mention that the company believes that Pirate 101 will be received with the same level of enthusiasm as Wizard 101, and will establish KingsIsle as the clear leader in online family gaming. While Wizard 101 was a popular kid-focused MMO, it did have quite a few restrictions for free-to-play users, and unfortunately it appears as though Pirate 101 will be adopting a similar payment structure, imposing limitations to what zones a free-to-play user can access without first purchasing a membership or individual zone access. If you want to know more about the MMO, you can check out our just-released Pirate 101 First Impressions video here on MMO Bomb. Area Games has announced the start of the Born to Fire closed beta. The team-based shooter features 5 distinct classes, each with their own unique weaponry and playstyles. One such class is the Point Man, which absorbs damage with their large riot shields and provides cover for the more offensive-minded classes. And while the beta is a closed beta, players interested in giving Born to Fire a spin only need to sign in with an Area account in order to enter the beta. So wait, doesn't that make it more of an open beta? There was an absolute ton of news surrounding the Planetside universe this week, but the biggest news was that the launch date for Planetside II has been confirmed, and it's earlier than you might think. The Sony Online Entertainment Convention, or SOE Live, recently took place in Las Vegas, and there, Sony outlined their launch plans for Planetside II. The flagship MMO FPS is set to launch November 20th, less than a month away. The large-scale persistent FPS will feature 3 unique continents to fight over at launch, with Sony promising to focus on fixing the poor performance a large portion of users are currently experiencing. Several fans have already expressed concern with the release date, citing the game's apparently large list of ongoing bugs and balance issues. With less than a month to go, I suppose we'll find out soon just how well Sony can keep its promises with Planetside 2. We got a lesson in lore this week with the release of a new lore-themed trailer for Perfect World Entertainment's upcoming Dungeons & Dragons-themed MMO, Neverwinter. The trailer showcases how a monastery can be more than just a place where bald individuals go to reflect and throw punches faster than the human eye can see. In the case of the monastery within Helmshold in Neverwinter, it's a place where demonic horrors corrupt the souls of the recently deceased or dying. Yeesh, not a good place for a relaxing day at the spa. The trailer reveals a small glimpse at the horrors inside, with a bit of action just to keep us wanting more. Neverwinter is scheduled for a 2013 release. With a thunderous sound, the Riders of Rohan Expansion for The Lord of the Rings Online came galloping to fans of the Tolkien-inspired MMO. The expansion brings much to Middle-earth, with the addition of the sprawling plains of Eastern Rohan, the largest landscape yet. But that's not all that players are excited about. The expansion also brings mounted combat to the MMO, with players able to climb atop their very own war steed. Each war steed has access to advanced skills players can unlock over time, as well as customization options, allowing players to create a unique look for their mount. While the game itself is free to play, the expansions for the Lord of the Rings Online must unfortunately be bought. The standard edition of the expansion costs a staggering $39.99, but keep in mind that the expansion is a true expansion with some of the largest content additions to the game. Even so, do you feel as if the MMO can continue releasing PvE content for sale, or do you think they'll have to change if they wish to continue having success? Let us know in the comments. And the game of the week is Dungeons & Dragons Online. With the Neverwinter MMO still a ways off, you can quench your D&D desires with the MMORPG Dungeons & Dragons Online. Players can embark on epic journeys with their friends while enjoying many of the elements that made the tabletop game so great. The MMO features a variety of classes and races to choose from and allows players to explore a slew of dungeons and zones while fighting monsters and dragons alike using the active combat system. With its fast-paced gameplay, diverse classes and abilities, deep storytelling roots, and rich features, Dungeons & Dragons Online is one of the leading free-to-play MMOs available, and coincidentally one of our top 10 must-play free-to-play MMORPGs of 2012. And that's all for this week, but as always, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, like, and leave us a comment, and until next week, check out MMOBomb.com for more free-to-play action.